In the last 2 years, the respect for women's sport has jumped dramatically in Australia, but the Matildas is at the front of that. We're really changing the way people think about women's sport, and I think if you read the comments and stuff when they would write, "Oh, Daniel Kerr's little sister," people would be like, "It's irrelevant now. Nobody cares about what an AFL player has done compared to the world game."
One of the funniest stories, Daniel still coaches football, and they called him the boss. They put a big video up there and said, "Daniel, going to talk about your footy," and so they put the video on, and it was all Sam's highlights.
So what did boss mean?
Brother of Sam.
Representing your country is the highest honour ever. Everyone said, "Oh, why wouldn't you go to AFL? You get paid this much, you get to play for the Eagles, you get to live at home." And I'm like, that doesn't motivate me. I want to play against the best in the world. I want to be one of the best players in the world. Winning a World Cup and winning an Olympics and actually being world champions would be something that, you can never get anywhere else that's a national sport.
I think the support the Matildas have got around Australia now, I think they're real. People know who they are. You can go to Sydney, you can go to Hobart, you say Matildas, they know it's soccer.
People are sitting up now and going, wow, the women's sport is really quite interesting, and I think the Matildas have really accelerated that. And I think Sam, has helped that along the way.
Young kids, young girls and boys are wearing Matilda jackets out and about, out in the streets,
If it gets rough, we can get rough, and if you want to play nice football, then we can play nice football. And I think that's the cool thing about the Matildas is we can play both sides of the game, and I think that's what makes us really good because, if we play a European team, we can play football. If we play a team like the USA where we want to run and we want to tackle and all that, we can do that too. And for us, our biggest rivalry is the USA. They probably don't think that about us, but we're coming for their spot. So that's our biggest rivalry, and we talk about it a lot. We talk about being a world champion and what it's going to take to, we can beat them at the Tournament of Nations, but that game doesn't really mean anything. They're the team that can perform all the time at Olympic Games, at World Cups, and that's the team we want to be. That's where we want to be.
I think we're going to be a real threat. I hope so anyway. We've got the Americans scared. No, I'm only joking. I love America.
I think the Matildas is doing a lot for young girls growing up, knowing that they have role models and something to strive for, but to bring home a World Cup trophy and show that, Australians can be the best in the world at something that we're not normally known for is massive and can change the mindset of young girls growing up. Change the mindset of I want to be the best player in Australia to I want to be the best player in the world. When I was growing up, I never thought about the world, I just thought about Australia. So for me, bringing home a World Cup trophy would just change the view and the mentality of young girls, young boys growing up that who cares about Australia, let's be the best in the world,
I think if they did bring that trophy home, it wouldn't make even the girls, the Matildas, it'd put Australia on the map in soccer, to be one of the greatest nations in the world in soccer internationally. I think they'd be parading in Melbourne.
The only people that are going to stop us from winning the World Cup is ourselves. That's a really unique thing to say. I don't think many teams can say that about their team, but I really truly believe that if we want to go all the way and we put in the effort and really put in the work, that we will 100% be in that World Cup final. Heard it here first.